You're watching Carolina and Company Live, your source for fun, entertainment, and events. With your host, Amanda Kinseth and Cecil Chandler. If it's happening in the area, then it's on Carolina and Company Live.
And hello, everybody. Welcome to Carolina and Company Live. It's a Thursday. This is Amanda.
How you doing?
I'm Cecil. Thanks so much for joining us. We got a great show lined up today. A lot of fun stuff to talk about, and there's always something exciting to talk about.
There is. I know. I love this show because we're always doing something cool. We're talking about neat things that you can help or get involved in.
That's right. I love this show because I have a job. You know, it's just a great show to have a job for.
A bonus, too.
My wife said one day, after 41 years in television, I said I might get a real job. I said, are you kidding me?
Nope, not you.
Nah. Let's check that weather and find out what it looks like out there.
To give you the weather forecast. We do have a front stalled off to our east right now, and that front, most of the moisture staying off to the east. An area of low pressure is riding right along that front, though. Could spill in a few showers, more so as we go through the next few days. Out there right now, though, not a drop of rain locally, just some extra clouds lingering around. Slight chance of a coastal shower. Inland areas, you'll see a little more sunshine. We'll go for partly sunny skies for most areas, even mostly sunny the further north and west that you go. More cloud cover, though, hugging the coastline today. And again, slim chance to see a stray shower down by the beaches. Tomorrow will be our better chance for seeing a few more of those showers and even a few rumbles of thunder in the forecast. So keep an eye to the sky for that. Clouds are a little thicker in Myrtle Beach and Georgetown, only at 73. Away from the cloud cover, though, up to 81 in Hartsville and Darlington, 78 in Florence. We'll make it to the mid-80s inland today, low 80s at best with those peaks of sunshine along the Grand Strand. Partly sunny to mostly cloudy with a few coastal showers. We'll hold on to the chance for a few showers and thunderstorms as we go through your upcoming weekend and even into next week, but more so the typical afternoon and evening chance for some of those pop-up thunderstorms for the weekend and into early next week. So not a washout by any means. Just keep an eye to the sky, mainly for the second half of the day. High temperatures will stay in the low to mid-80s for the Grand Strand, mid to upper 80s inland through Sunday. Back to 90 as we head into the beginning and middle of next week. It does look like we kick off summer, though, with a little more heat and humidity.
Weather is brought to you by A&I Fire and Water Restoration.
I'm Tracy Vreeland, executive producer at News Channel 15. Here's what we're working on today. More foreign students working here for the summer have been evacuated from a Myrtle Beach building. We'll explore why the problem is showing up this year. The search for the suspected shooters in a deadly Little River shooting is over. We'll tell you how police found the three, including a 15-year-old boy. And 2 Chesterfield County public officials are charged with misconduct in office. Join us for those details and more tonight on your news at 6 and 7.
I love the WARP because I love the classes here. Instructors are wonderful. The staff is friendly. It's like being at home.
Join the YMCA today. Call 449-YMCA.
And welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. It's time for the Grand Strand Humane Society with us every Thursday. Always bringing new pets. And actually, a good story for you today. The dog that you were going to bring got adopted.
Yes, she did. Right as I was trying to get her out the door. So that's just awful. Her name is Ariel. So today instead we get to see kittens, aren't they? And we have about 45 to 50 in all. It's kitten season.
Wow.
So we need to get them a home. There is one, baby. We have every color, every age. And so we wanted to share some with you today. I'm trying for them not to get out and run all over the studio. Here we go. Say hi, Amanda.
So you have them in all sizes, too.
All sizes, all colors. We want them all to have a home. We don't want them to grow up there. It's really hard to get adult cats adopted.
Sure.
So we definitely want the kittens adopted real quickly.
Well, if you want a cat, of course you want them as a kitten because they're so cute and cuddly,
They
right?
are, and they grow up with you. But we have some beautiful cats, too. As a matter of fact, we have a special right now. We have 10 cats, any cat, for $10 for the adoption.
There you go. Grab your $10 bill. Go over there to the Grand Strand Humane Society. Lots of cats, lots of kitties, and of course lots of dogs. Anything you want, they've got it waiting there for you, and they're ready for a home. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
I love the Y because it's a great place to work out. I love the people here. I've met some friends, and they're creative. They always got a new class to get you going and keep you motivated. So I love the Y because of that.
Change your life with the YMCA.
And welcome back to Carolina and Company Live on this Thursday. And Cecil, you have something cool sitting in front
I
of you.
have
What
really
is
something
that?
cool I want to show you now. It's called the Tale of the Tooth Fairy Storybook. And, you know, it's just so cool. In the last 6 months, they've sold over 10,000 of these have been sold. Each child will lose about 20 teeth. There's something in there you can keep the records and show when you lost your teeth and all. And you can go to www.mkandco.com and find out more about it. That's real simple if you want to find out something about the Tooth Fairy Storybook. That's
awesome.
how you do it. Isn't that cool?
Yeah,
Guess who's getting that? My granddaughter.
Your granddaughter.
That's right. She'll be here this weekend, I'll tell you that.
Now, does the tooth fairy come when you get older and start to lose your teeth? Too?
Sure.
Do
You mean
start
knock
to
a few
get
of your teeth
money
out?
back?
Yeah. I'll get I'm just kidding. Yeah, the Tooth Fairy still comes.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
I don't know about all of it. But all right, here's something else I do want to talk about, too. That Nucor Steel, they put it together. They paid for this cookbook, and all the money from this goes to Harvest Hope Food Bank. And I was lucky enough, they asked me to give them a couple of recipes. They've got 450 recipes in here from employees, and I have a couple in here, lemon meringue pie and lasagna. So you got to check on finding this. Contact Nucor Steel and pick you up one of these.
I think you should make both of those and
Great
bring
charity.
them in.
Bring them both to eat?
To let everybody try it out, yeah.
I don't know about all that.
All right, coming up this Saturday in Florence at Creek Rats, there's a big car show, right?
That's right. Over at Creek Rats in Florence, you're talking about a big cruise in, and it's free to everyone. If you have a classic car or truck, all you can do is bring it down and let's show it off. There'll be trophies for the top 5 winners, and check out some of these cars. Now, there's cash prizes for this, too. First place, $150, second's $100, and third place for $50. And it costs you nothing to get in. The music starts at 11.
Yeah, there's going to be good
yeah,
music, and it's
fun.
family-friendly. Bring
That's
out the
right.
whole family, eat some good Creek Rats food, and check out Mater right there.
I knew you'd
Mater,
like
I love
that.
it.
And at 1:30, tomorrow, Saturday afternoon, they'll be giving out the trophy. So all that Saturday at Creek Rats. You check it out over in Florence, South Carolina. How about Carl's car? That thing's looking good.
Nice.
All right, check it out. A lot of stuff to talk about today. All right, today's Thursday, June 20th, and this is a hug holiday week.
Oh, good. Go
So
hug
start
everybody.
hugging everybody.
Yeah.
That's right. And it's also National Vanilla Milkshake Day.
Those are tasty.
Sounds good. Birthdays today, check this out. 1942, there he is, Brian Wilson, 71, the singer and songwriter and founding member of the Beach Boys and all those surface songs that started on the West Coast. 1949, Lionel Richie, 64 years old, R&B singer. You remember Easy and Dancing on the Ceiling. 1967, Nicole Kidman, 46, actress. 1990 movie Days of Thunder filmed in Darlington, and that's when I got to interview her husband at that time, Tom Cruise.
I'm jealous.
I know you are. On this day in history, in 1910, Crazy Cat comic strip was debuted in the New York Journal. 1948, The Toast of the Town, hosted by Ed Sullivan, premieres on TV. Later became The Ed Sullivan Show, and that's where the Beatles were seen first in 1964. All right, from the know-it-all department, you ready?
Ready.
Fun facts about movies. All right, in early drafts, the time machine in Back to the Future was supposed to be what instead of a car? You don't know, do you? A refrigerator. They want to use a refrigerator instead of the car in Back to the Future.
A refrigerator?
Yeah, I think you go get a soda and you disappear and go to another time zone.
Ah, interesting.
Isn't that it?
I think
it's
a car probably
little
worked
movie
better.
The car worked great. So it was supposed to be a refrigerator instead of a car, but they ended up with a car. That's from Know-It-All
Those
department
are some
today.
good movies. All right, coming up next, we have Coastline Pet Supply, but first, let's take a look at your Bloomberg report.
Mortgage rates went down last week after 6 straight weeks of gains, according to Bank Rate. But don't get too comfortable. Borrowing costs are jumping. That's after Fed Chairman Ben Bernanke said the central bank is getting ready to ease off one of the key stimulus programs that pushed rates near historic lows. And Treasury yields, a benchmark for some loans, are the highest in almost 2 years. So we'll watch to see whether would-be home buyers rush to find something before rates go up even more. Already, sales are brisk. The National Association of Realtors says sales of existing homes jumped in May to the highest since the fall of 2009, and prices are up 15% from a year earlier. Zillow's chief economist says gains will start to moderate as builders ramp up supplies and rate increases take some buyers out of the market. Well, the food industry keeps rolling out new products. The latest, a goldfish mac and cheese that will be sold at Walmart, flatbread pizza at Pizza Hut, and gluten-free products at Dunkin' Donuts stores. That's business. At the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Jane King with the Bloomberg Midday Report.
And welcome back to Carolina and Company Live every Thursday, Coastline Pet Supply. Tommy's with us, always talking about something interesting. Today,
a circus, not just a circus, but a flea circus.
Yes, we've all been to a flea market and probably slept in a flea bag motel, but we've probably never been to a flea circus.
That's right. Now, what about that? Tell me about it.
They're basically extinct now. They went away in the 1920s. They started in Victoria, England in the 1600s and were real popular in the 1800s. They were just like a regular three-ring circus, but fleas were the performers.
That is so funny. Now, how does that work?
Well, they actually take wire that's made out of gold, and you can make a harness and put on a flea. No. They're very strong. There's about 2,500 species of fleas, and there's one that's called the human flea. They're basically about extinct now because, you know, we've gotten so modern with our sanitation and everything else. But they used human fleas because they were a lot stronger and a lot hardier than the other fleas. They would simply lasso them up, attach them to a chariot, have them walk a tightrope. I've got on our Facebook a flea circus that you can go and look at that was done in the 50s.
Where can they go on that Facebook? Tell them the Facebook.
Coastline Pet Supply, and
we'll share it on ours
and
too.
we're going to send it here as well.
Yeah.
They're so strong that if you were the size of a human flea, you could jump over the largest pyramid in Egypt.
Wow. That's some skill
So
right there.
they're the bad thing about the human flea is, and the reason we don't have them around, is they only feed on humans. So the people who had these flea circuses would take their fleas, and I read an account where one guy fed his fleas every noon and at 6 o'clock.
Oh,
here, take a bite. Take a bite.
Roll up his sleeve and take his fleas and put them on his arm and let him feed for 5 minutes, and he'd put them back in their little container.
That is love for your pet.
That's what you call a nut.
Flea circus.
That's what you call a nut, Tommy, doing that.
Oh, so interesting.
But most people don't like fleas, so if you need to kill the ones that are roaming around your house or dog or cat or yard,
then
come
Tommy's
see us.
got you covered.
Tommy's got you covered.
Yeah, check it out.
Thanks,
Coastline
Tommy.
Pet Supply,
Thank
located
you.
at the back gate in Myrtle Beach. And stick with us. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. Now we are talking about a really great foundation going on, and it helps children in need.
That's right. It's called the Scott Hanna Memorial Foundation, and we have his brother and his dad with us today, right?
Yes, that's right.
All right, Brian, let's start with you. Tell us a little bit about what this foundation does. It's really aimed at helping kids in South and North Carolina. Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, the foundation is basically a beneficiary to set up to help charities. And some of the charities that we help out would be Epworth Children's Home. We work with Epworth Children's Home in Columbia, South Carolina. And with Epworth, we have started out making college scholarships to help these graduating high school seniors then be able to go to college. We have expanded that program to now provide 4 scholarships per year, and we carry those deserving individuals all the way through their college experience. So at any given time, we could have multiple scholarships throughout. We also carry those individuals to a Christmas for Kids at Walmart, and we take children who otherwise wouldn't have a Christmas, and we take them, we pair them up with volunteers from our organization, and we give them Christmas gifts during the holidays. We've also expanded that program and carried up to the North Carolina and do it in Raleigh, so very nice. Positive experience. Yeah. We also have worked with the Camp Chemo New Horizons, and that is not the Camp Chemo who's the children who are dealing with cancer, but the bereavement camp. After one of those children unfortunately dies, then their children have to deal with the grief. And so we have that camp that we support to help work with them. All
right, now Vic, how long has this been going on? When did y'all start all this?
The whole thing started in 1991. Brian and Scott and some of the friends were working at the beach at the restaurants in Murrells Inlet. And Scott called me and wanted to have a golf tournament, a Beach Buddies tournament. And he wanted me to help him with it, so I did. And we had a tournament, and there were 15 or 20 people played in it, his friends. Unfortunately, he was killed in an automobile accident on June the 22nd. we got back together in August and had a first annual tournament.
Okay.
And there were 16 players.
You got one coming up now? This one?
That's what's coming up now.
Tell us when real quickly.
All right, we have about 185 to 200 people play each year in Myrtle Beach to raise money for our charities.
Yeah,
well, we thank y'all for being here. We wish you a lot of luck on it, too. Thank y'all for being here today with
Appreciate
us.
the time.
Thank you very much.
We got a lot more coming up on this show. You stay with us. Amanda, stay with us, okay? We'll be right back. And welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. All right, PD Land Trust. It's a group that really holds down and helps preserve land in the area. We've got somebody who's going to talk about that.
That's right. We keep South Carolina beautiful. You know, we all love South Carolina and how beautiful it is, but sometimes we don't think about, you know, what's behind that. I mean, you guys work to keep it this way and preserve the land.
That's right, Amanda. We do. We work in the 9 counties that are along the Great PD River. So that's from the state line in Chesterfield County all the way down to Georgetown County. So we have a wonderful time doing that. We sort of have 2 prongs to our mission, I would say. Not only the preservation side, but also the education side, which is to get people to understand how many great things that we have here in the region that are worth protecting. And that's the most exciting part of my job that I really enjoy, getting people out to see the Venus flytraps that we have here in Horry County, getting people to see the wonderful things like Winyah Bay, getting people out to Hobcob Barony in Georgetown.
Yeah, well, that's great. I mean, Venus flytraps, gosh, I didn't even know. You know?
Well, did you know, Amanda, that the only place in North America that we have Venus flytraps that they grow indigenously is from Wilmington, North Carolina to Horry County.
See, I did not know
I didn't know that.
The Lewis Ocean Bay Preserve here in Horry County, you can go and see them.
And where is that?
That is here. It's really just Horry County. It's a DNR state preserve. I'll be glad to get you the information.
That'd be good.
And you have all this information on your website, too,
We do,
right?
we do. And that, like I said, is part of my job, is getting people to understand why we work with landowners to protect their land. And it's all voluntary. We protected over 15,000 acres, and we've been around almost 15 years. So we work really hard to get people to protect their working farm and forest land, help it from being fragmented, because that's a big issue around here. We work to help people to understand why it's important, because people really are interested in hunting and fishing and getting out on the land. People are so connected to the land around here. There is such that strong ethic of wanting to preserve it for their future generations, their grandchildren.
That's true.
And if we don't help them understand that, then who is?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's true.
We're living
Now,
in a world
what's
of
your
concrete.
website? What's your website?
Our
Tell them what they can look
website
at.
is www.pdlandtrust, and you have to spell it out like the river, PD.
It's right up there on the screen.
Landtrust.org, and you don't have to be a landowner to be a part of our organization. We'd love to have your support. You can find us on Facebook.
Right.
Yeah.
And we do a lot of fun things. We have a big oyster roast at Hobcob Barony every year, so y'all come. I'll send you an invitation.
Check out the
All right.
website.
Thank you so much,
Summertime,
Thank y'all.
so take the kids out to some of these places instead of going somewhere on
Absolutely.
vacation, a staycation, and educate yourself on some of the great places here along the state.
Stay with us. We'll be right back. For the last 20 years, Butler's Fine Men's Clothing here in Florence has been leading the way when it comes to men's fashion. Seersucker suits are in for this year, and Butler has them in 5 different colors. There's a large selection of linen suits, sport coats, and slacks. Bright summer colors are hot for the summer, with southern tied shirts, casual and dress. Butler's making you look better in shorts, swimwear, flip-flops, and hundreds of the latest styles in ties and bow ties. Butler's is my clothing store, and if you want to look good, it should be yours.
Coming up next on WPDE at 1 p.m. The 2 and at 5 p.m. Dr. Oz, an exclusive look inside Nate Berkus's home. Ooh, I'd like to see his design secrets.
Tonight at 8 o'clock, Jimmy Kimmel live. True Blood actress Anne Paquin, I think. NASCAR champion Brad Keselowski is going to be on there also. Rachel Ray, 9 a.m. in the morning.
That's right, 10 a.m. the Ricky Lake Show, and at 12 o'clock noon, Carolina and Company Live will be live in Timmonsville at the Honda plant. It's going to be super exciting. They've got a new launch coming out, so we're going to be there to showcase it.
They're going to hire more people. They've got about 900 people there. They're going to hire more people for this new thing that's coming out.
So great for that area.
So that's going to be pretty good. Got some good everything you want in this cookbook. The new core cookbook of recipes, 450 of them. Let's check out
our photo of the day today. Here it is right here. The Florence Area Literacy Council will hold their murder mystery dinner. That's coming up Thursday, June 20th. That's tonight.
That's right, tonight at St. John's Episcopal Church Fellowship Hall. The Blockbuster Night will begin at 6 p.m. So if you want to see it, you check it out over there in Florence, South Carolina.
So much fun.
Murder mystery.
Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow in Timmonsville.
Timmonsville, the Honda plant. Home of Cale Yarborough, too, over there.
In Myrtle Beach, you're watching News Channel 15, your station.